Today we are here with Charu Jangid, who is the product lead on a newly formed PLG team at Snowflake. Welcome.
Hi, Merci. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. You've had a really incredible career working at companies like LinkedIn, Niantic, and now Snowflake. And you've worked on both core product initiatives and teams and growth product at these companies. What are some of the differences in your mind between growth product and core product?
Yeah, no, I think that's a really great question. So, I've thought a bunch about this as well because I was navigating it for my own career as well, like thinking about, continuing to work in core product versus, working in growth product. So I feel one of the biggest differences in my mind is that with a core product role, you're usually kind of focused on this specific core area and like the area metrics that are related to that area. So an example, when I was product lead for LinkedIn Profile, I was obsessed with understanding kind of how people are using LinkedIn Profile, what could make Profile a better product for those people. And with Growth PM, I think you wear more of this ecosystem hat. So you really need to understand kind of how all of the different parts of the business work together, how the different products interact with each other, and really grow that overall product. So I think that's the biggest difference in my mind is like having more of that ecosystem view in growth product versus with core product, you're kind of focused in that like specific area or land that is relevant to your product.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you find yourself working with more other people, product people in other parts of the organization in growth?
Definitely. Yes. I think it is way more horizontal. You span a lot of different folks and need to manage in some ways a lot more complexity due to that as well.
Yeah.
As I'm sure, you also experienced in as well while working on the growth roles that you have.
Yeah, it's crazy the speed of cross-functional collaboration is really a challenge for growth products. But I hadn't really thought about it in that way. But it is true. You're a lot more zoomed out working in growth. That's very cool. So Snowflake is a very successful public company with an iconic CEO, Frank Slootman. Can you explain, what Snowflake does and what the business model is, how you make money?
Yeah, for sure. So Snowflake is a cloud data platform. So really what we are a one-stop shop for all of your data needs. So whether you want to store your data or you're interested in data warehousing to running more complex analytics using machine learning to also now data applications, we're kind of like a suite of products that helps you do all of these things in kind of a simple way and also a scalable way as you're growing your business. So that's really kind of what Snowflake is doing is like simplifying data for a lot of different businesses. And in terms of business model, I think this has been talked about a lot, but Snowflake's business model is around usage-based pricing. So unlike traditional subscription-based software companies, who charge more of, say, like recurring fixed fees, we have a model where you only pay for the storage and the compute that you're actually using on a regular basis on the platform. And so that's, I would say, like one of the biggest differences in our business and pricing model compared to other companies.
Snowflake's had a ton of success in the enterprise. I think, really massive companies trust and rely on you as their data warehouse and provider. And they've actually had a free trial since 2017, as you were telling me when we caught up earlier. But it's funny because they're not known for PLG, but now you're there to form and lead a PLG team. Tell us how you're approaching that and about what kind of the shape of the team is that you're building there.
Yeah, for sure. So, as you mentioned, Snowflake has had, history with product-led sales. We've had a free trial since 2017, and it has served like a key role in our customer acquisition strategy. So I'd say with kind of this team and my role at Snowflake, we're really trying to grow this product-led growth motion and focused on growing our self-service business. So for me, it's really been about, learning this incredible business. It's already a very incredible business. And then building relationships with those key people, talking with our prospects, digging into the data, really just understanding, what are the key drivers and metrics that matter. And also, a bunch of cool product launches that we've been able to do. So I'd say in terms of team, we have a very collaborative culture and we're hiring. So we have several open engineering roles. If anyone listening, has a background in growth engineering. And if you're interested, please reach out to me on LinkedIn. So it's a quick plug there for our team. But yeah, no, very excited to work with the people that we have here and grow this team.
Man, I'm excited for you. That's such a great, your background is such a perfect fit for this role, and to build an accelerant like PLG onto an existing business like Snowflake is just, I think you guys are going to crush it. It's going to be so much fun.
Very excited for the road ahead.
Yeah, totally. It's going to be a great 2024. So here's our little fun one that I love to pry open the minds of all of these growth and product experts. And ask if you could know just one metric about any company, it could be in the past or present company, which metric would you pick and why?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many that would be amazing to know. So it's really hard to pick just one. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. Instead of just saying one metric, say kind of an area of metrics. So I would love to have insight into understanding kind of the breakdown of revenue and growth for kind of the major cloud providers. So today, when you look at public financial reports of, say, Microsoft or Google or Amazon, the cloud business is kind of split out as this one big bucket. But it would be great to have that insight into what are all the different products and services and that make up that bucket inside each of these cloud businesses. So yeah, that's an area I think of metrics that would be very insightful to know.
God, yeah, I would love to see that as well. When I was a venture capital investor, we often referenced, this cloud business is this size in investment memos and things like that. But it's man, without the ability to dig in and see exactly which of the products in those suites are driving what behavior, that would be really cool.
They're massive, right? There's a lot of products in there.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for your time, Charu. And so appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.